Hi everyone. In this video I am going to tell you about an important application of standard reduction potential. It is about oxidizing and reducing agent. In this video we will discuss what is an oxidizing and reducing agent, how to determine, how to find an oxidizing and reducing agent, and how to decide if you have been given a set of half cells, a set of chemical equations, how you can decide which one is the best oxidizing agent and which one is the best reducing agent. Based on this information, finally I will tell you how to construct an electrochemical cell that can produce maximum voltage, that can have maximum spontaneity, and I will also tell you how to write down a balanced chemical equation for an electrochemical cell that can give maximum spontaneity by using the given best oxidizing and reducing agent. So let's start today's video. First of all, if you want to know what is an oxidizing agent, what you must remember, what is an oxidizing agent? Any chemical substance that oxidizes others but itself is reduced, it is known as oxidizing agent. You can also simplify this definition. Simply you can remember what is an oxidizing agent. Any chemical substance that undergoes reduction, it is an oxidizing agent. And what is a reducing agent? Any substance, any chemical substance that itself is oxidized, it is a reducing agent. Now mostly whenever you are asked for identifying oxidizing agent and reducing agent, you can be given a set of chemical equations, for a number of different half cells. Like you can see, I'm giving you chemical equations for a number of different half cells. I will also provide you standard reduction potential values for each of these half cells. Now you can see we are having half cell for copper, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and iron 3 and iron 2. These half cells have been given. Now based on these half cells, what different questions we can discuss and we can answer. Now we will also be provided standard reduction potential for these half cell. For copper, standard reduction potential is plus 0.34 volt. For chlorine it is positive 1.36. For bromine positive 1.08. For iodine positive 0.54, and for half cell containing Fe3 plus and Fe2 plus, standard reduction potential is positive 0.77 volt. Now based on this information, whenever you have been given this type of information, how you can decide about oxidizing and reducing agent? First of all, you must remember oxidizing agent, as I told you, is the one that undergoes reduction. Now if you look at these half cells, these chemical equations, what you can see, those chemical substances which are present on the left hand side of these equations, they are oxidizing agent. Why they are oxidizing agent? Because when we are moving in the forward direction, there is the process of reduction. So whenever something is reduced, it is an oxidizing agent. So right now if it is asked to mention, to tell what are the oxidizing agent in these examples, you can easily identify that the oxidizing agent in these half cells are Cu2 plus, chlorine, bromine, iodine, and Fe3 plus. These particles which are present on the left hand side of these equations, they are oxidizing agent. And simple reason that you can remember why they are oxidizing agent, because they are undergoing reduction. Likewise, you can now easily tell which materials in these chemical equations are the reducing agent, namely copper, Cu, chloride, bromide, iodide, and Fe2 plus. These are the particles which are reducing agent in these examples. Why they are reducing agent? Simply you can say because they are undergoing oxidation in the backward direction. So whenever you are given this type of information, by looking at the type of process, you can decide about oxidizing and reducing agent. Next comes, if from this set of equations, from this set of half cells, now if it is asked which one of all these is the best oxidizing agent and which one of them is the best reducing agent. Now in that case you will have to take the help of standard reduction potential values. For example, if it is asked which one of these is the best oxidizing agent, obviously oxidizing agents are those which are present on the left hand side, which are undergoing reduction. So what is the best oxidizing agent? There are 2-3 information that you can remember to decide a best oxidizing agent. A best oxidizing agent is the one that can undergo reduction easily. Now how you can decide, how we can come to know that which material can undergo reduction easily? Any material can undergo reduction easily that can produce maximum voltage, during the process of its reduction. It is the best oxidizing agent. Look at these half cells and look at the standard reduction potential value. What you can see in this half cell, when reduction is taking place, we are getting maximum output, we are getting maximum electrical energy, we are getting maximum voltage. The answer is chlorine. You are right. Why? Because you can see chlorine, when it has undergone reduction, it has given a voltage of 1.36 volt. So what you can say? You can say chlorine, it is the best oxidizing agent. Why it is the best oxidizing agent? You can say it is the best oxidizing agent since its standard reduction potential is most positive, since it has produced maximum voltage. So this is the answer whenever you want to give an explanation for a best oxidizing agent. Likewise, if ever it is asked what is the explanation and what is the best reducing agent, obviously reducing agent are present on the right hand side. Now what happens? A best reducing agent is the one that can undergo oxidation easily. Now how you can decide which one can undergo oxidation easily? The one that can produce maximum voltage, or the one that can need maximum electrical energy for the process of oxidation. How is that? Look, if for all these half cells we carry out the process of oxidation, we will have to move in the backward direction. In the backward direction, when copper will undergo oxidation, its standard reduction potential value will become standard oxidation potential. So numerical value, the magnitude would remain same, but the sign will be reversed. So standard reduction potential of copper half cell is positive 0.34 volt, but standard oxidation potential of copper half cell is negative 0.34 volt. So whenever standard reduction potential of a half cell is positive, its standard oxidation potential is negative, and vice versa. Likewise, for chloride, you can guess now what will be the standard oxidation potential of chlorine half cell. Negative 1.36, bromine negative 1.08, iodine negative 0.54, and the half cell containing Fe3 plus and Fe2 plus, its standard oxidation potential will be negative 0.77 volt. Now what you can see, that standard oxidation potential of all these half cells are negative. What does this mean? It means all these elements, all these particles, they need some electrical energy, they need some input for the oxidation, for the loss of electron. But look at which one of these 5 particles can lose electron by absorbing, by requiring minimum voltage, by requiring minimum input, minimum electrical energy. So the answer is copper, because you can see the copper, it needs just 0.34 volt to undergo oxidation. So copper would be the best reducing agent. Why? Because you can say since its standard oxidation potential is most positive or least negative. Whenever standard oxidation potential of something is least negative, it means it will consume minimum electrical voltage, electrical energy for its process of oxidation. So that is why it would be the best reducing agent. So this is the way how you can decide about best oxidizing and best reducing agent. Next comes, now you can see in front of you, you have been given 5 half cells. Now if it is asked that which 2 half cells, if we combine them, which two half cells can produce an electrochemical cell, can construct an electrochemical cell giving maximum voltage, giving maximum spontaneous reaction. Maximum spontaneous means having maximum voltage, having maximum output. So what you must remember, whenever you are asked to write a balanced equation for a reaction having maximum spontaneity, what you must do, you must choose two half cells. One half cell must contain best reducing agent and the other half cell must contain best oxidizing agent. The half cell one must contain best reducing agent, other must contain best oxidizing agent. Whenever you will combine these two half cell, out of the given examples I am talking about, out of the given examples, whenever you will combine these two half cells, they will give you an electrochemical cell with maximum voltage and its chemical reaction would be maximum spontaneous. What does this mean in this case? In this case, one half cell that we will choose, it would be chlorine half cell. Other half cell that we will choose, it will be copper half cell, because chlorine is the best oxidizing agent out of these five half cells and copper is the best reducing agent out of these five half cells. Now what you will do after that, how you will write down a balanced chemical equation for the reaction of this electrochemical cell. Look at both these half cells and look at their standard reduction potential. The half cell whose standard reduction potential is mathematically greater, the half cell which has a mathematically greater value for standard reduction potential, it must always undergo reduction, it must act as cathode, then we can get an electrochemical cell with some output, with some voltage. So what does this mean in this case? Chlorine half cell, it is having greater value of standard reduction potential mathematically, so chlorine half cell must undergo reduction. So what does this mean? It means you will copy the chemical equations of chlorine without any change, but reversible arrows, they will be replaced by irreversible arrows. So you will write down Cl2 plus 2 electron giving 2 Cl1 minus. So this is the reduction of chlorine, and this reduction of chlorine half cell means chlorine half cell is acting as cathode. Now the other half cell that we have chosen, it is copper half cell must undergo oxidation, it must become anode. For oxidation, it means the chemical equation of the copper half cell must be reversed. What does this mean? The reactants must become product and the product must become reactant. Look at how is that. You will take Cu as a reactant and it will undergo oxidation by loss of electron to Cu2 plus. So one equation you must always reverse. Which equation? For the half cell that has become anode. Now take a sum of both these reduction and oxidation equation, electron will be cancelled and the final redox equation that you will get, it will be Cl2 plus Cu gives 2Cl1 negative plus Cu2 positive, and this is the net redox equation. Now you can also find what is the maximum voltage that has been produced when we will construct this electrochemical cell. You can remember for electrochemical cell how we can calculate standard cell potential. Standard cell potential is equal to standard reduction potential of cathode minus standard reduction potential of anode. Right now cathode is chlorine, so you will use the value of chlorine half cell plus 1.36 minus plus 0.34 volt. So use the calculator, you will get the answer. Cell potential for this electrochemical cell positive 1.02 volt. So it means this is an electrochemical cell because it is producing a voltage of 1.02 volt. So I hope this video would help you to understand how to identify this oxidizing and reducing agent and how to write down balanced chemical equation for an electrochemical cell with maximum spontaneity. Thank you for your time.